All right, as we're waiting for the other persons to join the section, um, this is the lesson two of the 20 lessons we'll be handling um, in this bootcamp program. I believe all of you are seeing me, right? Please, if you're not seeing me, kindly tell me if you're not hearing my voice as well.
I can see you from my end, sir. Loud
Oh,
and clear.
all
Yes,
right,
I have voice.
all right. Thank you so much, sir. We'll be talking the this today is the second lesson we'll be talking on, and let's just give them few minutes to join. Before then, we'll be talking about cybersecurity for beginners. So from my time now, um 40 minutes. If we can give them benefits of 5 minutes, let's just allow them to log in the next 5 minutes. If they are not here, then we can kick off the meeting with the people who are online presently. Thank you. All right, we have just 1 minute to go. Okay, few seconds to go to commence on this evening second section of our syllabus. So just few minutes, okay, few seconds to go. All right, I guess it's time for us to start. Okay, please, if you are not hearing me, kindly tell me, please. Hello, can you guys hear
We
me?
can see you, sir. We can hear you.
All right. Good evening once more. And this will be my first time of having class with you all. First of all, my name is Onyuku Nobu. Um, you can call me Uncle John. That's what the people call me. I'm addressed as Uncle John. So I'm a cybersecurity engineer and also a cloud security analyst. So, but then we'll be starting this program now. Today is the second section of today's program. The first session has gone, and this is the second one. And the topic we'll be talking about today is cyber security for beginners. All right. As we all know, cyber security is a popular topic, but do you know why it is essential? We are living in a digital era where data is everything. We must understand that private information is much more vulnerable than ever before. We often hear about data breaches and cases of identity theft and that affect millions of consumers. Alright, this is what all about cyber security trying to secure things in order for the identity thefts that has been on a play trying to cause glitches and breaches on the internet. Now, there's a case scenario 2 years ago. WannaCry ransomware encrypted millions of computers. All companies and institutions are fighting to protect their data against hackers and criminals. And you can also play a role in it. Cybersecurity is not involved only in organization, but even personal computers, mobile phones, and tablets. Now, here we're talking about what hackers did to did to a company, an institution. that was 2 years ago, named WannaCry. They used a ransomware, encrypted millions of computers. Now, this is because it's not that they're not actually aware of cybersecurity, but because according to what happened, they used some ransomware encrypted. Millions of computers were encrypted. Then in this course, we'll come into where we'll define what encryption actually means. Now, basic terminologies. In our section 1, the person that handled section 1, we are using some vocabularies which were actually confusing to some persons. So we package in a way this program when we say that it's from zero to hero, from zero to hero to techie, we really mean business. So in this program now, today's section we'll be talking about basic terminologies. Next up, this cybersecurity for beginner tutorial will help you understand some of the terminologies you must be familiar with before learning anything about cybersecurity. Now, the first one here is network. We all know network. A network is a connection between two or more computers so that they can communicate with each other. For example, two computers exchanging data, that is networking, and four computers connected. From the image you can see on the screen, it's okay, sorry, let me let someone in. All right. Okay, from the image you can see on the screen, we have four computers which are connected, interconnected, and connected together. Now, this what we call networking. A network is a connection between two or more computers so that they can communicate each other. Now, the second terminology we'll be defining here is internet. Now we all know what internet is. For us to join this meeting, we are making use of internet connection. Now, internet is a means of connecting a computer to any other computer anywhere in the world by dedicated routers and servers. Now, many of you now joining this section connected from many states, many countries. I think in this meeting I have one from not Gambia. Okay, now this internet connection, if you can see how it's being connected, this world wide web. Now there are many people connecting from different countries, different nations. That's what internet really worked about. Now when we talk about internet, there's also what we call intranet. Now, a local or restricted communication network, especially a private network, that is intranet, is a kind of restricted communication network in a private network. Now, these ones are used by private firm. That's what it really means when we talk about intranet, not internet. As rightly defined earlier on, we talked about internet is a means of connecting a computer to other computers anywhere in the world by dedicated routers and servers. And these are routers, these are servers, these are systems, these are phones, these are gadgets. Now we talked about intranet as a local or restricted communication network, especially a private network. If you can watch here, this is the internet connection which people are connecting from different countries, different nations, and so forth using intranet connection here. So from the image you can see how the connection is being done. Now we have another one which we call internet protocols. Please, are you guys still hearing me? Hello? Hello, can anyone hear me? Hello? Please, if you're hearing me, can you let me know that you're hearing me, please? Hello, hello, hello. Oh, from the chat box. All right, all right. I saw it. Okay. Now, when we talk about the internet protocols, the data that is transferred or received cannot follow any path. There is a set of rules that are followed to control the flow of internet. These rules are called internet protocol. These are the rules. Then we have what we call an IP address. An internet protocol address, IP address, is an address assigned to all devices that connect to a computer network and uses the internet protocol for communication. An IP address looks like this. Now, for an IP address, you have the first three, the second three, the second two, and only one. Now, what we call MAC address, which is media access control. This is a unique identification number that every device has set that connects to the internet. Traditional MAC address are 12 digits hexadecimal numbers. MAC address looks like this: D8-LC-93-C5-A5-EO. Now we have another one which is domain server, short form DNS. Consider DNS as the phone book of internet. All the IP addresses and the name of the lanes are saved in it. For example, you want to go to google.com, you type this on your web application, then this name goes to the DNS server, and the DNS server finds the IP address of google.com. Then the DNS server returns it to the computer with the IP address. How it works: DNS server sends the address back to computer, and computer connects to www.google.com. Now this is the server connecting it. Now the DNS finds the address of the google.com, and this is the DNS interpreting it. Okay, we have what we call DHCP. Now what is DHCP? Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. That's the full meaning of DHCP. Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol is a protocol that assigns an IP address to any device that wants to connect to the internet. This is how it works. We have router. This is a device that routes the data that comes to it and then sends that data to the destination to ensure that it is on at the appropriate path. We have the one called bots. Bots are computer programs that control your computer without your knowledge. They automatically send emails, retrieve web pages, and change computer settings. Okay. All right. Now, this is how bots work. Now, the terminologies we have defined. We define network, internet protocols, IP address, MAC address, DNS, DHCP, router, malware, virus, worms, and bots. All right. Now, we'll be talking about common. All right. Now we'll be talking about common types of attacks. Before we get into the types of attacks, we should know why these attacks happen. And this cybersecurity for beginners tutorial will help you learn A to Z of both. There is always a motive behind every attack. The main reason for attackers is money. Yeah. Hackers penetrate the system and then demand ransom from the victims. There are other reasons, like a financial loss to the target, achieving a state's military objective, demanding the reputation of target, or political maneuvering. There are mainly five types of attacks. The first one is distributed denial of service (DDoS). we have a man in the middle, we have email attacks, we have password attacks, and we have malware attacks. In the next section of this cyber security for beginner tutorial, let's look at all the attacks in details. Okay, now the DOS and the DDoS. A DOS attack aims to bring down a computer system or network, so its po ten tial audience cannot reach it. Denial of service attack achieves this by providing, alright, sorry, let me admit someone. Alright, alright. Like I was saying, we have DOS and DDoS attack. A DOS attack aims, sorry, a DOS attack aims to bring down a computer system or network, so its po ten tial audience cannot reach it. Denial of service attacks achieve this by providing the victim with excessive traffic or data that causes a collapse both times. The DOS attacks denies the service or excuse me or resources that legitimate users such as staff, customer or account holders requested. A DDoS attack is an attempt to obstruct servers, application or network regular traffic by saturating the victim or its working system with excessive internet junk traffic by using numerous hacked computer networks as sources of malicious traffic. DDoS attacks are executed. It is an attack used to restrict a user from accessing the resources by flooding the traffic that is used to access resources. A botnet controller controls all the bots that are under it. The attacker sends a command to botnet controller that tells all bots to attack a server so that the server will be flooded. When a user wants to access a website, he will not be able to, as the traffic on the website will be at full capacity. This is exactly what we mean. Now, the second one we have man in the middle attack. Please, are you guys hearing me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Okay. Is the screen more visible? Can you hear? Can you see the screen?
Yes, we can equally see the screen.
All right. Thank you. All right, now we'll have what we call man in the middle attack. Just like the name sound, man in the middle, having someone in the middle. Let's look at them as at an example to understand this better. Suppose you want to do an online transaction and you cannot and you connect to your bank and make the payment. For instance, this if you can see my cursor, this is me making a transaction to this bank, but there is someone inside the middle. There is someone inside the middle. When I make transaction to the bank, instead of my transaction to go straight to the bank, it's going through someone in the middle, and through this person is going to the bank. Now, while you are completing the transaction, you have to put in credit card details and the PIN. The attacker can spoof you and monitor your transaction. As soon as you put in your details, he will see them. Now, this man in the middle now, if for instance you are making use of a mobile app and there is a man in the middle, if you are putting in your details, maybe you want to recharge your account or buy data from your bank, you are putting in your OTP, your password, You are putting in your fingerprints, your security measures, your mobile app. This man in the middle here is here watching whatever you are doing. When you are done doing your own transaction, this is your debit card. Maybe you are recharging 500 naira. When you are done with your recharge of 500 naira, this man in the middle has all your details already. He will now process his own transaction to the bank using the details he got from you. That's what we call man in the middle. Now, another one we have is password attack. To crack a password or find a password, we use these techniques. There are some types of password attacks, so please protect yourself from password attacks with the information below. Now, password attacks. The first one is phishing. um Fishing I mean here is it's not the fishing you go to the river to fetch water, or in the river to fish, capture fish, or anything. No, fishing is when a hacker posing as a trustworthy party. Yeah, phishing is when a hacker is posing as a trustworthy party, send you a fraudulent email hoping you will reveal your personal information voluntarily. Sometimes they lead you to fake reset your password screens. Other times they link install malicious code on your device. Now, phishing is a kind of they send this as an email. Now I believe most of us have encountered such issues, and that's why the Google, if you are using Google is now putting in their security measures that when such message email entered into Google email, it will automatically enter your spam, so that you the receiver will not even see the email on time, unless you really want to open the email. Now, this phishing is it comes in a way that they will send you an email. The email will come in a trustworthy parties, like it will come in an enticing way. Maybe they will send you that congratulations, okay, my name is Uncle John or Noble. Congratulations, Noble. Your application into the federal government account has been successful and you've been awarded 100 million naira. This is types of phishing. Or sometimes they will ask you that your password to your bank has expired, or your ATM has expired. You need to change your password. So when you are resetting the password from your email address, they are getting your code. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying. Hello. Hello. All right. So that's what we mean by phishing. Okay, I can see from the chat. Here are a few examples of phishing. Regular phishing. You got an email from what looks like goodwebsites.com asking you to reset your password, but you didn't read closely and it's actually goodwebsites.com. You reset your password and the hacker steals your credentials. We have spear phishing. A hacker targets you specifically with an email that appears to be from a friend, colleagues, or associates. It has a brief generic blog. Check out the invoice I attached and let me know if it makes sense, and hopes you click on the malicious attachment. We have the one called smishing and phishing. You receive a text message, SMS phishing or smishing, or phone call, voice phishing or vishing, from a hacker who informs you that your account has been frozen or that fraud has been detected. You enter your account information and the hacker steals it. The other one we have is whaling. You or your organization receive an email reportedly from a senior figure in your company. You don't do your homework on the email veracity, and send sensitive information to hacker. Alright, another one we have is shoulder surfing. The attacker observes the user's keyboard by looking over the user's shoulder. Now, this is what we call shoulder surfing. When you are typing, the attacker is watching from your shoulder. That's what we call shoulder surfing. Now we have another one, rainbow table. There are rainbow tables that contain pre-computed hash values. Attackers use this table to find password of the user. We have email attacks, which is the fourth one. First, let's see how an email works. Suppose John is sending an email to Jack. The email first goes to the email server, then it goes to DNS server to find the IP address of the destination from the source email server. The email goes to the destination server. From there, the email is sent to IP address on which Jack is working. It is illustrated in the figure below. This is just how it works. There are three types of email attack. We have phishing, like we explained earlier on. We have phishing. The attacker sends bait, often in the form of an email. It encourages people to share their details. For example, you receive an email like this: dear customer, your account is going to expire today. To keep your account activated, please click on the link and proceed with the verification process. Thanks, ABC Bank. Now, if someone is a customer of ABC Bank, he will probably open the link and give the details. But this kind of emails are always phishing. Banks do not send email like this. So you, as cyber person, someone who is cyber aware, you shouldn't click on such malicious websites. Now we have spoofing. The attacker pretends to be another person or organization and sends you an email stating that it's a legitimate email. Now, for example of it, hi Bio, I got this information that your computer system has been compromised. Please share the password of your computer in this email. Thanks, Watson Manager ABC Company. Now, after seeing this email, you might share the password to your computer. Always ask the person from whom you received the email one more time to confirm that he is the right person. We have email attachment. Now, in this email attachment, all right. Now, in this email attachment, you can send files through emails. These files may be images, documents, audio or videos. Attackers send you an email and you are encouraged to open the attached file. For example, now let's see the type of email that they can send to you when it's email attachment. Dear customer, thank you for shopping with us. Your order will get delivered within 4 working days. If you have any queries related to your order, please contact the number below. Please find the invoice of your order in the attachment. And this is invoice. Download this attachment only if you are sure that it's a legitimate email. Now, people now can use this one. Once you download this attachment from this email address, you've actually given them the access to penetrate into your database or your system or your network. Now, such thing you should verify it. In this class, in this course, in this boot camping, we'll still talk about how to know legitimate websites. So, but for now, let's dive in. Now we have a malware attack. What is malware? This is a malicious program or software that disrupts or damages the computer. There are three types of malware. The first one is virus. A computer virus is a malicious code that replicates by copying itself to another program or document and changes how a computer works. The virus requires someone to knowingly or unknowingly spread infection without the knowledge or permission of a user or system administrator. An example of virus is malicious virus. Okay, someone joining. Okay. Now, okay. There are another one is worms. These are standalone programs that run independently and infect system. For example, w32.acraf is a worm that propagates through network shared devices. Now, this type of worm penetrates through the network. When someone sends you this type of worm in your network, that's when you have bridges in network. Now, we'll be talking about the function of malware. Now, what are the functions of malware? Overwhelming system resources. Malware, especially worms, can spread around and overwhelm a system or network. Some malware creates so many folders that no memory is left and slows the computer system. Now, another function of it is creating a backdoor. Let's look at an example. Microsoft sends updates every Sunday on all Windows platforms. How do these updates reach to your Windows operating system? They create backdoors from where they can send updates. Similarly, hackers create backdoors as well from where they can continuously send viruses after getting into a system. Now, the third one is disabling security function. Some malware can disable antivirus software as well as security updates. This malware tends to last longer because there is no security to stop it. They tend to keep the system vulnerable to other malware. Now, the fourth one is creating botnets. Hackers make botnets by purely coding. Yeah, a bot maker controls botnets and they are usually used to crash websites. Bot makers test up botnets to flood the website by accessing the website at the same time. Now we have sources of malware. We have removable media like pen drive, CDs, DVDs, flash drives may be used to send viruses to the system. Document and executable files. Viruses can be hidden in document files with the execution extension. As soon as you open them, the virus activates. The third one is internet downloads. Downloads files only from trusted website. If you download from untrusted website, there may be chances that those files will contain viruses, and as soon you open them, the hacker might get access to your system. Alright, the other one we have is supply chain attacks. Supply chain attacks are a brand new risk for suppliers and software engineers. Its goal is to spread malware through software upgrades system. Source code are built processes to infect simple apps. Hackers utilize insecure coding approaches, network protocols, and server infrastructure to thwart developing and updating procedure, alter them, alter system software, and cancel harmful data. Now we have another one we call insider attack. A cyber security danger that comes from inside an organization is referred to an insider attack. It often happens when a former or current employee, consultant, clients, or business partner exposed to the company system networks and data abuses their privilege. Insider threat might be carried out purposely or accidentally. Whatever the motivation, compromise enterprise, data and system security privacy, and reliability are the ultimate results. Let's have a look at the types of insider attack. Now, four different types of insider attack. We have oblivious insider, insider with important access to company information that have been compromised from the outside because the system is monitored from the outside. These employees are usually oblivious to the act. We have negligent insider, insider that are usually uneducated or potential security threats or simply bypass protocols to meet workplace efficiency. These employees are most vulnerable to social engineering. We have malicious insider. These insiders that steal data intentionally or destroy company network, such as an employer that deletes company's data on their last day of work. Professional insider. Insiders making a career of exploiting company network vulnerability and selling that information on the dark web. So this will be the end of lesson 2. I don't know if any of you have a question. If you have a question, please kindly put on your microphone, unmute yourself and ask your question. Um, oh, you have lots of questions, but you can't ask it. No. Feel free. Feel free to ask your question here, sir. Feel free. Yeah, you can drop it on the chat box. You can drop it on the chat box. Personal question. Um, okay, all right. Maybe if none of you ask question, I will drop the link to the group chat for the recording for some of you that would like to have a recap of the section. The section is also recorded. All right. Thank you. In the absence of questions, thank you and have a lovely night. Thank you.